I don't know why, but I'm really not trusting of the grandma's new fiance. And, her father is supposed to come, well, her husband, I should say, since her husband is supposed to come back in episode 9, right?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another review on the Review Garden.
Although to come back after 10 years being away from your family and then saying that, oh, I've realized what my life purpose is now is to live for you till I die. And then she was like, well, how about you die now? And then she just like kicked him and sent him flying all the way through the airport. And I'm like, it's the audacity. Like, you don't even say like why you went away. You just left for 10 years. And then you just wanted to be welcomed back with open arms. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. But yeah, but I still don't trust him because I'm like, maybe maybe he just wants to hear the story, but like he was really, really, really fascinated and wanted to hear the story of how, her daughter got her money and built her enterprise. So I don't know if they're doing that in a way to tell us how she made her money, or if there is something really suspicious about him. And then, let's talk about the brother. The brother, he let, who did he tell? Maybe the father? Yeah. So the brother hasn't been to work. He's hanging out with the girl who gave him the pill, but he is really out of it. And obviously, the pill needs water to work. So, so I'm wondering if in the end they're going to give him the antidote, because there is an antidote, because I think that's what they mentioned earlier, to the drugs. So we'll see if that's what happened, because the brother's really not doing very good at all. And this man used to love food and he's not eating at all. So we'll see where his story goes. And then in terms of Namsoon and her mom, you know, at the end of episode 9, her mom had a accident, or quote accident, but they were ready for him. So they have a stand-in, in the hospital pretending to be her. But, the whole accident happened because the bad guy, he's he was pretty pissed because the mom is getting under his skin, he said. So so right now, mid through episode 10, they're still pretty much figuring out how to get the drugs, how to get how to pretty much collect evidence. And I feel like that's what these episodes are going to be about. um you know until they actually put him behind bars, I guess. But my thing is, watching this, the 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 actor who plays the bad guys, he really doesn't play a bad guy very well, because I'm watching him in Lovely Runner right now, and he's more of a good guy, cute, main lead type of person, especially in when the other shows I saw him in, Flower Crew, um, even Record of Youth. He's more of a good guy, um, you know, person that people fall in love with, type of thing. Here, he's trying to play a bad guy, but I just don't see it. And even then, it's like, okay, well, okay, you're a bad guy. when the person who you could really see play a bad guy is Yoon Song from what you call it, from Queen of Tears. Like that guy, like that character, not the character, but the actor, he plays a really good bad guy. Never mind. It was because I was watching the English version. That's why I'm like, oh, he doesn't make a good villain. But when I switch back to Korean, yeah, he does make a good villain, especially in these episodes. Especially now, you're gonna see him be more of a villain in the towards the end episodes, because that's when more people are getting on his nerves. But when you switch it to the Korean and you hear his natural voice, yeah, it gives more of a bad guy, especially when he had that driver in his office and he put the golf. Oh my gosh, I was like, what? I had to switch to Korean at that point, because the English version, whoever they got to voice him in the English version did not do a good job at all. So I take back him not being able to play a bad guy, but he still has those cute tendencies in this series, because like when he's like falling for Namsoon, right? And he's a bad guy. She's being friendly because she has to, but in her mind she's like, are you crazy? Like, why would I want to be your friend, type of thing, right? But so pretty much this is the review for 9, 10, 11, and 12, right? So in these episodes, they ended up the mom ended up finding out that you know what Namin took was the drug, because the father took it to um Isik, and Isik tested it and they found out that it's the same drug. So they brought the brother to the hospital, and obviously he can't have water. So the mom and the father are trying to like come up with ways to solve how he got the drugs, and what they could do to stop it. So finally they figured out, that the woman giving that gave him the drug, the the pill, and then they the mom tried calling her from his phone and she wouldn't pick up, obviously because you know he's sick, went and arrested one of the guys that work for CEO, which that guy ended up um passing away in the jail cell. But the mom offered the girl a billion won to send her the antidote. So she gave her the antidote, and they were able to, get the brother back to being healthy. And also in these episodes, we find out that the captain passed away, which was at the end of episode 10, I think. They found out that the captain passed away. So all of 11 was mostly trying to figure out what happened. So they got his journal. So it in the beginning it looked like the team leader was getting high off of the pills, but it looks like he was trying to investigate himself. So he kept a journal of every time that something happened to him with the pills. So that was able to help the team, a little bit. And also, CEO is getting close to Namsoon. And like I said, he wanted to be friends with her. He also finds out that the mom was faking after the accident that she had a stand in. So now that pissed him off. So he's trying to look for all of her family members to make them pay. But he still doesn't know that is Namsoon is her daughter. So they are still trying to locate the daughter. So I'm kind of interested in seeing like how he's going to feel when he finds out that it's Namsoon that's, obviously he knows Namsoon is the daughter, right? But Tiseg, which is the name he knows her as, when he finds out that Tiseg is, or should I say Hillary is Namsoon. Um, and then the other thing that happened here was Hisik asked Namsoon to move in with him because, she can't go home because Seo has the mom's house under watch, right? So if she goes home, obviously her identity is going to be revealed. So she is currently living with Isik, and Seo has driven her home, quote home, multiple like a couple of times, and he told her that, well, she told him that she's couch surfing, so she's moving from couch to couch. So he offered to buy her an apartment, but she's like, she's happy where she is. And what doesn't make sense to me, because he figured out who Hisik is, right? Because of when Hisik arrested that guy that works with Seo, and with the dash cam footage. But so he knows he's a cop, and I'm pretty sure just like he's having the mom's family followed, he's having Hisik followed, right? So how exactly doesn't he know that um Namsoon is living with Hisik, Like that's a hole right there. That's a plot hole right there. Or unless he does know and it's just you know, he's just not. But I don't think, yeah, because or else he's going to be punching someone else for failing to uncover that information. So um so while they're living together, she made him food. It's funny because when she was making the food, I was like, "There's no way that's gonna taste good," because like she kept putting the salt, she kept putting everything, right? So then when the other guys who work with Hisik found out that she was living with him, they were like, "Oh, let's go taste what your girlfriend is cooking." And then they were all three of them were like, "Ugh, what is that? Ugh." And he was just like, "Yeah, it's not bad. It tastes delicious." And I was like, "Of course it does." And they were like, "Oh, this man's in love." I was like, "Yeah, right?" Because if he doesn't find error in her cooking, and I think even watching this, you're like, "There's no way that's gonna taste good." But it's a good thing that he found it, um, that he found it good. So now it's just a matter of what's going to happen next. How will this show end? Right? Because also in this, like, I don't want to compare them, but in these 4 episodes, there were two similarities. Like when he was dressed as a woman, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the same thing they did in Dobunsun in the beginning, and then when she carried him again to from the couch to the bed. But I will say that this series does stand on its own. It's kind of interesting to see, the difference, how these women over here made something of themselves versus it in the other one where, the mom beat up those people and then she lost her power. But here, even in this one, when the grandma beat up the her husband who came back, but she didn't lose her power, and she was like, see, even the ancestors thought that he deserved it. So yeah, um it does stand on its own. So I am interested to see how it ends. I do think that their romance, on the other hand, is taking a little slower versus the other one, but we'll see how it ends.
And this wraps up our journey on the Review Garden. Thank you for joining me today as we explored this drama. If you enjoyed this reaction and review, please remember to subscribe for more insightful videos. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback helps our channel grow. As always, I'm truly grateful for your support and for joining me on this journey on the Review Garden. Until next time, and happy listening. Bye.